And do you think, to a certain degree, that this is going to help you guys long term as you guys kind of wait for Chichi and Tips to commit?
Yeah, I mean, next one in that mentality is kind of how we've been and how we kind of worked it out last year as well. We had a lot of moving parts last year, especially with Eurobasket. Nothing new, really for us. So I understand what could happen. Our staff is ready, our medical is ready. But again, the power of this team is deep roster, and the fact that we could be super versatile and go up to the floor. We orchestrated that type of roster for a reason.
Hi, Michelle Smith. Did what Phoenix did yesterday make an impression in any way? I mean, we know that they've got a lot of talent, but that was pretty much a drum beating on the defending chin.
I mean, for us, we kind of look at it now about the matchups versus us, and not really the matchups versus Vegas. We're a completely different team. But they're ready. They're ready, like you said, the way they played. And so now we have to be ready for the blows that they could possibly hit with us. So for the team that has a lot of, I would say, maybe possibly like a revenge feel with their internal maybe heart, then we got to make sure we protect home court and throw some blows early.
Hi, Coach. I know you guys have the highest expectations for yourselves, but it's pretty safe to say that you guys exceeded a lot of expectations last year. Just given that and having that taste of success and what this could be, how much does that fuel how you approach this season?
I think I mentioned this a little bit before. Like nothing can carry over from last year. Like no point can carry over. No win, no award. Like my coach of the year award goes out the door. Everything's a clean slate, and you got to see the beauty of that, right? A clean slate means you can imprint in a different way. We lost our first game last year, so that this game tonight means a lot to us, and it's how we approach every single game. It's a win or die mentality, and so that focus doesn't change. And we feel like we have brought a lot of our continuity from last year, and so with that, the goal has to be bigger for us in terms of where we feel we could reach it.
And now, with KT going 30 minutes on Friday, was there a sense of relief for you? Like, okay, great, she's back out there, she's healthy, she can do this.
It's more really for KT. Like making sure she feels good so after the game, just make sure you feel good. Yep. So it's just the check-ins that we normally do. But like I said, KT's been preparing for this for I think she said 8 total months. There's a certain amount of numbers of days Nathan brought up last time, right? She's been preparing for this. And so again, credit to KT and our medical and our basketball staff of being in those dark moments that you guys never got to see. But again, a lot of that comes from KT's heart, passion, commitment to this game and commitment to this team as well.
And to put you on the spot, it's Mother's Day. Do you have any message to your mom?
Yeah, I called her on the way here, and she's like, "You ready?" She's like ramping me up. She's just like, "You ready to go for it this year?" She understands the amount of pressure that I put on myself. So it was really good to hear from my mom that support that she knows like I'm gonna go in this, like nosedive, full head of steam. And so just really excited to hear my mom's voice, that she's healthy, she's happy, she's gonna be watching the game. She's gonna actually try to make out here a couple more times than she did last year. So just, you know, I'm a lot of my mom based off of her full heart that she always would give me. Because you guys understood, my dad would give it to me straight, but my mom would always be there and say, "Honey, it's okay if you had a bad game. Honey, it's okay if you lost." But at the same time, like I know she wants the best for me at all times. So I love my mom, and I'm excited to see her soon.
Officiating's been a little bit of a sore subject this past weekend, a lot of uptick in fouls.
Yep.
What does the league office communicate to you guys about their point of emphasis this year, and how are you guys kind of adjusting to these way of officiating?
So actually, they had the same points of emphasis last year. It's just the fact that they're calling them. So it's which is fair. It's all fair. It's clear communication from the refs, and we had multiple meetings this off season. So yeah, it's just about adjusting to the rules, understanding the rules, and then how do you actually rep them. So we talk about it a lot as a staff, and we talk a lot about it a lot with the team, and so we're prepared. Again, me, like health and keeping the players healthy for the full season is a priority. So you guys get to see all the players, right? And play to their best ability. So No, I'm supporting the decision. We were communicated to it, and now we just got to make sure we understand it and play to our best ability through it. Okay.
I know you mentioned clean slate, but can there also be some momentum gained from the home court event?
What's your momentum piece?
Well, you sold out all 22 games,
Oh,
home games last
You
year.
mean
This
Smith.
crowd, this
Yeah.
this fan base
yeah.
embraced the team, and it was a great atmosphere every single night. I mean, can there be some build from that? I mean, it was awesome.
Oh yeah, from Jess Smith and her team, of course. Like that momentum of now look at our value. We could start there. What Jess Smith did in terms of now we're the highest value team. We're worth $1 billion. Yeah, that's definitely momentum. I agree on that. But how we actually play, I think really what shows is the commitment that the city is putting in us and the responsibility that if we are the most valued team, then we better show up. So yes, I would say yes. And I'm sorry I cut you off. Yeah.
I guess, and would you like to speak on just what that atmosphere meant to this group and in the first season and how that could be special going forward, I guess?
It means everything. It does mean everything. Like I said, they're showing a commitment to us. They see a lot of value in women's sports, specifically in the Bay. And so with that, we want to put our best foot forward every single night, every minute, every second. We want to bring it. And the fact that Jess Smith has blown out, every other competition in terms of other women's sports, I mean, she's iconic. And you guys don't get to see the conversations that I get to have and the pressure she puts on me and she challenges me. I mean, Jess is amazing. And I continue to get to learn and pick her brain just because I'm just trying to learn from Jess and be just like her. Like I want to be the top as well. So she's leading the way and we're trying to follow in her footsteps.
I guess bouncing off that a little bit, what are you expecting from this fan base tonight, this season, given what we experienced last season? Maybe your message to fans.
That we are not going to be able to do anything alone. Like we're going to need them, and they're going to be a big part of how we come out, how we continue to push through the highs and lows of the game, through the momentum. They're really a part of us. We called them our sixth man last year, and that's going to continue on. So without them, then we wouldn't have this intense energy, and this physicality and communication. So we play for them every single night.
Hey Natalie, we saw how well Phoenix rebounded the ball against Las Vegas, especially Mac. What are you looking for from your team to effectively rebound the ball well tonight?
Yeah, just box her out. Like it's as simple as that. But at the end of the day, we could say it all we want. Our players are actually going to have to do it once that time comes. And I mean, she's a monster. Just watching her, I mean, you can see she's putting another step of intent to her rebounding. And so with that, we watched a lot of her rebounds. So we made it a point, but it's going to be a team effort. It's not going to be a one-on-one battle. You can't just have one player box out Max. So we just got to be intentional tonight.
Hey Natalie, Jordan from KLW News. I'm really thinking bird's eye view. I'm thinking about 30th season of the league, how far the league has come from that beginning tip off with the Sparks and the Liberty so long ago. And I'm just wondering, like, considering the value of the Valkyries and the visibility of the league and where we're at, like, how are you feeling going into this 30th season?
Really, it's an honor. It's really just being super grateful and acknowledge everyone that's come before me. And Myers here sitting with us, a legend, a Hall of Famer. A reason why I got into the W was Ann Myers gave me a chance to try out for the Phoenix Mercury a long, long time ago. If it wasn't for her, I would have never understood the impact and the power of women's sports. And so, thank Ann Myers personally while we're here. But people like herself is the ones that we really have to be, grateful for and acknowledge, because if it wasn't for them, I would never be sitting here. I'm just trying to help move the needle, but without them, we wouldn't be here.
Emily, back here. How do you walk the line between continuity and the benefits of your continuity and growth and not having it be same when you've got a lot of the same faces?
Yeah, a really good question. It's really about, I think, the holes that we're trying to fill and improve on from last season. You know, I think Gabby Williams and Kia Stokes, they bring a different dynamic that I felt she's one of the best two-way players in the world. So how do you say no to that type of dynamic? But it's also Gabby and Kia's selflessness that comes with it. Like I'm telling you guys, the depth of our roster is really very powerful, and you may not see that every single night. But I think as we continue to grow and learn each other, having that selflessness is really going to be key when ball is moving, maybe a little bit extra sometimes, or when we have each other's back on the defensive end.
Last one.
Steve Kerr's coming back to the Warriors. You guys have a good relationship. I wanted to get a comment on that.
Excited. Yeah, Steve, like I said, I've known him before, but when I got here, he was all open doors. Hey, welcome to the Bay, and he opened his office to me. We had one-on-one meetings. He opened his practice to me. I know his whole staff, and so just great to have family stay here. Just really excited because now I get to just pick his brain even more. Like I said, I mean, he has way more championships than I will ever have, whether it was from him as a player, as a GM, as a head coach. I mean, I can only continue to learn from Steve. And so, yeah, super grateful. And, I told him I can't wait to see you at one of our games. So hopefully he'll be here soon.
Thank you.